put it up for emergencies. I done lost too many, I'm feeling numb, ain't no hurting me. Project nigga living lavish, mama say she proud of me. Meet me at the international smoke, I'm eating lobster. Table full of bossa, waitress thinking we some monster. Sipping to my casa, made me turn into a monster. Real player shit, I bet my wrist is like agua.
Welcome to another episode, Make Something Shake.
Yes, sir. And we got my guy with me. Like, y'all don't understand how much work this man puts in. I'm happy because, you know, he's a Merck City native, you feel me? So let me go and introduce our guest today. Crestwood alum. You feel me? Look at Crestwood alum. Don't get it twisted. He tall. He used to hoop. You feel me? College hooper. Fitness influencer. Listen, this man done ran like at least 45 miles in a day. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, he's that guy for real. If y'all don't know him, y'all will soon. I promise you. My nigga Kevin Brad.
What's going on, man? Thank you for inviting me on this podcast.
Nah, I appreciate you. Dang, I should need to turn the fan on though. But listen, I appreciate you for being here for real, bro. But to get straight into it, I like how this how I start, bro. What was your dream going up for real?
Man, a lot of people ask me that. I'm gonna be honest. You know, being raised in Rembert, you know, Sumter County, but Rembert, like the way we grew up, it was nothing about what you want to be. It's about going to school, graduating, finding a job or a trade. Like, I never thought about playing basketball. I never thought.
Lying, right? No way.
I promise to God, you can ask all my brothers. We never thought about that because the way we grew up, like, wake up, go outside, play as kids, drink from the spigot, you know, just make everything, you know, imagination for yourself, you know. So we
said the spigot. What's the spigot, right?
It's like, you know, it's like a water hose, man. Like, you know, in the country, like a water hose, you know, you turn it on, you know, the kids, your mama always say, man, you can't go in and out, you leave your air in the house. So we always, like, bro, she literally used to wake us up from 6 a.m., bro. We used to work on farms, help our granddad with hogs and stuff like that. But we never really thought about an end goal of, like, making it to the league or being something big. No, man, I'm being honest. Like, I didn't start playing basketball till, like, my 9th or 10th grade year. Yeah.
Like,
we never...
You ain't never even played, like,
no,
you
we
played outside.
Played outside, but, you know, like, organized and outside is totally different, you know.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, I never had an end goal of being, like, something major until I got to, like, really college. So.
Your childhood wasn't a childhood if you ain't never drank at the water hose, bro.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Everybody did that now.
Yeah, man.
I don't know about the sprinkle. Or what you say?
The spigot.
The spigot. Nah, I ain't never did that. That's a new one. But check this out. So, okay, you in high school. I know you was a hooper, bro. So when did you figure out, like, okay, I could probably hoop for real? You know what I mean?
I would say my sophomore year, because my freshman year I tried out for JV and I got cut. Yeah. They sent me straight to the B team. Dude, I ain't make like straight to the B team. So I said, okay. I said, it's fine, it's cool. So I did that. But once I got older, I started seeing my older, you know, my elderly people like working hard. So I started training myself.
So you trained yourself?
Yeah. I woke up at 6 a.m. You can ask my mom. 6 a.m. before school, I go running. Just running anywhere, come back, get ready for school. I did that for one whole summer. I did jump soles to work on my jumping.
I forgot about it.
I literally did everything that I could. Like, I was sneaking in the YMCA. I was staying to the Y. I get out of school 3 p.m. I stayed there till 9. Eat. That's why my nickname Honey Bun.
I used to do that, bro.
My nickname, yeah. My nickname is Honey Bun.
Honey Bun because of what?
I used to stay in the Y because I didn't have any money, but I just wanted to work out and get better with basketball, and the only thing I could afford was a honey bun. And you can ask anybody in the Y, I take a mat, and I sleep on the floor with a honey bun until everybody come in and play. Then that sophomore year, I tried out for varsity, and I made varsity. And I said, okay, this work is really, you know, paying out for me.
For sure.
Then my junior year came. That's when I started and I started to get a buzz for myself. Then the 12th grade year, I just kept everything rolling with working out, and it turned into a passion, you know, working out.
Sure.
But after the basketball season, I didn't even thought about going to college until somebody saw me, you know, playing. Because I didn't believe in myself. I said, okay, we just playing ball. It's nothing like that. Yeah. My mom always said, you know, get a trade, you know, get into the workforce. So that's what happened with basketball.
So, okay, somebody told you to go to college. So when you was, like, how did you feel about college? Since you said somebody told you to go to college, kind of. So you went to college just for basketball, or was you like, okay, I'm going to go to college scholarship and try to get.
It was. I got the scholarship.
Yeah.
I got the scholarship, and technically, Dr. Rose really what pushed me into the way of going to college because my mom, like, she really didn't even know that because she had 7 kids, and the only thing she knew was like work to keep food on the table. So my whole thing was to get a trade, do something. But when I went to college, it was like an eye opening, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I went off to Kentucky.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That's the first one you went to?
The first place was really coastal Georgia.
Yeah.
If you want to get in that. So we went to coastal Georgia.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't care nothing about school.
Yeah.
I flunked out.
Yeah.
I damn near flunked out. But no, before I flunked out, I transferred. I said, I'm not about to just flunk out because my mom going to kill me.
For sure.
So I went to USC Sumter. I did well there. That's when I was ranking the nation for rebounds in college. And that's when I went to Lindsey Wilson. I was supposed to go to University of Albany, but my grades was messed up.
Dang, bro.
I had like Auburn, I had Florida all looking at me, but my grades was
Kevin, bro.
yeah, my grades was terrible because I didn't know nothing about, you know, really putting your mind on school. I just know about you work until you get the results that you want.
For sure.
So like the talk about Lindsey, like one of my deepest things I never really talk about with Lindsey is when I tore my ACL.
I was going to ask you about that, but go ahead.
I tore my ACL like before I even went, bro. I thought they was gonna take the scholarship away because I was playing on base. I went up for a dunk. People always say Byron.
It was on base?
Yeah. People always say Byron pushed me out of there on purpose, but I don't think he did.
Shout out Byron.
Yeah, nah, Byron, you didn't do that, bro. I don't even think that. Nothing against you. So I tore my ACL, and the sad thing about it, bro, I didn't have insurance.
And that, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's common though. It's not like that's, you know.
Dude, it was the most darkest place I ever been in. So I went to school. Dude, I couldn't afford surgery. I just put a knee pad over my knee and I tried to play, but it kept
tripping.
Yeah.
it kept slipping out. Like literally, it's I feel like 10 times of my ACL just flipping out and I'm falling.
I got you.
Whatever. So I think it was like around December, bro. Like December, I called my mom. I said I'm done. I was crying. Like I said I'm done. I quit basketball. I want to come home now. So I was trying to get her to give me the ticket. So she didn't get it.
All right, hold on. So you tried to play, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody know your ACL was torn?
They knew, but I wanted to play because I didn't care because I feel like my mom always taught us if you got an obligation, you have to finish it. Ooh. So I got there and was in my mindset, dude, I'm going to play on this ACL here or not. But
so what was your treatment though? Like, was you trying to ice it or what was
I was still working out on it, doing squats, doing lunges, doing everything.
You tripping, bro. You hurting my knee.
Yeah, I was doing everything just to get back because I was just so focused on getting back, but it didn't go that way then.
So was it getting back or was this like, man, I can make it out with this? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like our people, we always trying to find a way to make it out no matter what it is, illegal, legal, whatever. Yeah,
but at that point, I think I started mature then. So I still wasn't focused on the NBA.
Yeah.
I still was focused on it. I always prayed and I always talked to God, and I just wanted God to help me graduate it. That was my goal. I said, can I graduate? I'd be fine without going to the NBA.
What's your major?
My major was communications. So I didn't even care about the NBA, but back to the ACL, December came. Like I was telling my mom I want to quit. We sit on the phone, we pray, we cry. And the crazy thing is, the next day, I don't know, to this day, I don't know who paid for my ACL.
That's a blessing.
Wait, whoa. So you went to surgery?
Mm-hmm.
For real?
I don't know who paid for it.
That's a blessing, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. God working mysterious ways, though.
Sure.
Dude,
make it happen.
I cried so bad because I don't even know to this day who paid for my ACL surgery. None.
So
of that.
okay, how'd you even go to surgery? You know what I'm saying? You was like, okay, I need
somebody, one of the students from the campus took me to the hospital once we got everything paid for, which I didn't have a car. You know, I was in Kentucky. Right. It was like
that's tough, bro.
Bluegrass state, so you know a country bumpkin coming to you know it was just a total shock, and a lot of things people don't know what I went through there. Then another story about Kentucky that really changed me. Nobody knew I almost died.
What you mean?
So you know, like you get your little Christmas breaks or whatever, and it was a bad blizzard or a bad snowstorm or whatever, and these foreigners, you know, with Kentucky, where Lindsey Wilson, Columbia, is 2 hours away from the airport. So I had to go pick them up, and it was snowing really bad, bro. Like the car I had, I can't even remember it, but it lost track. It lost track on the snow, and The rail was right here, and it was a bridge. The rail knocked me back on the road. Nobody know that story.
That's crazy.
I kept
hold on. So you driving? Like you going speed limit? You going fast?
Speed limit.
On the speed limit, the car just slipped.
Yeah.
I said, it's
And it hit the rail.
Knocked me back on the road.
That's crazy.
I literally sat in the car and cried.
Oh, I want to cry. I still want to cry to this
They
day.
been sitting on that bridge today.
For real, bro. Dang, that's scary too, bro.
Yeah, nobody know about that story.
With water, but never snow though.
Yeah, nobody know that story. I just keep a lot of stuff to myself. Some stories will make you who you are. So
For sure.
I just kept that to myself and instilled it in me with working out, with passion, and I just kept going with it.
So okay, let's move on a little bit to the fitness. I didn't want to go to this, but we're gonna go into it. So
Yeah.
first thing I want to ask, bro, like, what? Because when I see you, bro, I ain't gonna lie. This is my perspective at first. When you first started the fitness junk, I was like, oh, you got another one. He ain't gonna last because the fitness junk is hard. Like they don't understand.
For sure, it is. For sure.
Then when I see you year 2, year 3, I'm like, oh, this man gonna make it because he's consistent. He putting the work in. He don't really care what nobody think. You out here at Walmart with the camera and stuff. I'm like, oh yeah. So I know for a fact you gonna make it. I don't know when. God's telling me, I know you're gonna make it. But what even made you get into fitness, bro?
To go back to the ACL, I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford the ACL surgery. So I worked out on my own. It was after the surgery, I worked out 6 days a week just on my one leg. And I said to myself, man, if I can't afford this, there's a lot of people in this world that can't afford certain things. Mm-hmm. So I started going to the training room every day, picking his brain on how this work, how that works.
Sure.
Then I started putting 2 and 2 together. That's when I found YouTube, starting to look out, okay, this is what you're supposed to eat, this is what you're supposed to do. Then I started looking into personal training. I did that, but I fell off of personal training because nowadays in this society that we're in, it's only fitness trainers. Personal trainers don't get nothing because nobody want to stay in the gym all day.
Oh, that's a fact.
Yeah.
So therefore, that's why I said don't label me as a personal trainer no more because people don't do that no more. It's more so a fitness trainer and influencer. So that was starting me off. Then my little sister who have cerebral palsy. That's how you say it, cerebral palsy disease. So that's what really.
Can you explain that though, because I know people explain it to me all the time, but I forget every time. I don't even want to say it.
No, it's fine. It's basically when basically you can't control the body. When you always have shake. She's stuck in a baby stage. So she's 28. She's the twin to Peanut.
You lying for real?
Yeah, she's the twin to Peanut. So that's one of my biggest foundations of myself that I like to strive for and push for. It's plenty of times I wanted to quit, I think that was everybody, like how you said, it's God's timing, but we all know it's God's timing, but sometimes you want it to be your timing.
For sure. I know you see me down here.
Exactly, man. So that really was sparked me, and I just kept with it because a lot of people say, how you just continue to work? And I was
about to ask you that.
I always tell people it's a difference between discipline and motivation. Motivation come and goes. Discipline is always going to be there. Like you, being an entrepreneur, you could have been quit with every endeavor that you're doing, but you're so disciplined. You kept, you keep going.
Right. That's what it, bruh. And everybody I've talked to that's been successful on this podcast has been saying the same thing, bruh. And that's all. That's like the main thing, bruh. If you're consistent and you stay disciplined, it's not even motivation. If you stay disciplined, bruh, you can make it somewhere. Something's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's probably not on your time, but like I always say, it's not on your time, but it's coming. Sure. So I always feel like if I just keep my head down and just keep grinding and be true to myself and just true to fitness and don't try to take any shortcuts. Like how people say when you put food into a microwave, it's quick, fast, and easy, but it's nasty. Yeah. But if you slow cook it like in a crock pot, the best food you ever had. So I want to keep it like that, man. I don't want to get ahead of myself, to be honest.
Yeah, bro, but you've been putting the work in for a minute, though. Something gonna shake. You gonna make something shake, for sure.
I like that. Something gonna shake.
But dang, bro, so check this out. Okay. You got into fitness because of your ACL, right?
ACL and my sister.
So what made you what was it? Because I know at first you was bulking, like you cut weight.
Yeah.
And then you started bulking. And then you cut weight again. So what made you even start that process? Like what was
I'm gonna be honest. You probably look the same, you too. Yeah. I like a challenge.
For sure.
I like a challenge. I saw all these fitness influencers doing it. So I said, okay, if they could do it, I can do it. Right? So I bulked up on purpose. Okay. I bulked up on purpose. Like my biggest I got was like 245, 250. You saw me.
Before that though?
I was around 215.
And you went to 240?
Yeah.
Dang.
man, my lifts went up, everything went up. I felt strong, but my knees didn't like that. So
I know that.
So I said, okay, Brad, I always call myself Brad, third person,
Yeah.
So I said, okay, we got to do this. Everybody doing it. So I did it. At first, I said, man, this thing is a struggle.
Yeah.
It's a struggle, but I always want to challenge myself with different things because you always got to put yourself in uncomfortable situations to see what you're really made of. Mm-hmm. So I said, okay, I'm going to do that. Then I got that down. Because you asked me, you said, how much you weigh? But I did it the right way. I still look bigger than I was, but I was around 205. I said
205.
That day you saw me playing ball.
You was 205.
205.
Ain't no way. Bro.
And I said, I'm gonna just jump in this bodybuilding competition.
Listen, he like 6'4". What are you 6'4",
6'4", 6'5".
6'5".
I didn't know nothing about all of that because nothing against these bodybuilders, but I think it's a douchebag way.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, they be looking sick sometimes. Like, I'm like, bro, you don't look right. Like,
It's unnatural.
But it's unnatural. But I always credit them because you still got to work hard to get it.
Sure.
Get it.
Sure.
Because even if it's unnatural, but you still got to keep it up.
Yeah.
If you stop,
They're gonna drop. They're gonna lose it.
Yeah.
So with that, I said, okay, I'm gonna jump into a fitness competition. I did it. That experience, man, it's just crazy because my first show was in Houston. It wasn't a little show.
When was this?
It was like 2 years ago.
All right, so you went into a competition. Did you have like a trainer to prep you for, or you was doing it by yourself?
I did it myself. I got myself down to 5% body fat on my own because I had gained so much knowledge of reading, watching videos, teaching myself it because it's much harder when somebody got the information but they don't want to give it to you. Mm-hmm. So I say I'd rather get my information on my own, so I don't have to try to run after you because I feel like if you got to run after somebody, that means you're a liability now. You dependent on them.
Right.
Sure.
So I said, man, I'm just going to teach my stuff. If I don't know it, I'm going to learn it regardless of if I have to stay up 12 plus hours, I'm going to learn it. So I learned the body. I found out how it worked. I learned how to break my body down. I learned from the carbs, the proteins, the fats.
What did you learn from the YouTube books? Or
Books, YouTube. I learned how the thermogenic work, the glycogen work. I learned
what's thermogenic, bro. You got to explain now.
It's basically
without terms, like we know what's going on.
I definitely ain't never heard the second before.
It's just how some people use like pills like for thermogenic. It's basically like a burning fat type. Thing.
So it's like
you can use a pill. You can use some powders, things like that, or you can up your protein. It's in your body. You can up your protein. So that's why people always say. You take, what's your body? You like two?
Right now I'm 205.
Well, 205. So you are taking like 210 grams worth of protein, which your protein is going to help your thermogenic kick off because your body got to work extra hard to break down the protein. That's why they always say keep your protein high.
All right, hold on. Run that back right quick. All right, so listen, you got to explain it now. I'm trying to learn. All right. I'm at 205. Mm-hmm. So I take about 210 protein.
If you take 210 protein, they'll keep your muscle mass on while you fat burning because your body is going to turn into like a fat burning furnace type. You see what I'm saying?
With these pills, you saying? Or
you can do it with the protein, just up your protein because your body will have to work 10 times harder to break down the protein. So therefore, it don't take from your muscle, it don't take from your carbs, it's going to take from the fat.
Mm-hmm. So if I just take this, if I'm working out and I take 210 of protein.
Yes.
It's going to start burning.
Yes.
Fat.
Yes.
Keeping muscle.
Yes. I weigh 229, taking 240 grams worth of protein.
So when taking in that protein, how consistent do your workout have to be?
I'm different.
I can already tell.
I work out 6 days a week. Mm. I would say people should get in at least 3 to 4. 3 to 4. I always tell.
How long though?
Probably an hour. I would say an hour.
Let me ask this: does it depend on what you're trying to do? Like, if you're trying to build muscle, it should probably be like an hour. But if you're just trying to stay consistent, maybe burn a little fat, maybe 30 minutes. People who do 30 minutes is still.
I feel like the 30 minutes is pushing it.
You think so?
I don't feel like you're doing nothing in 30 minutes.
I mean, if you're doing like what do you call them things?
Hit
training, hit workouts. You know what I'm saying? You really can get it in quick.
Yeah, but the way I am, nah, man, you got to work. You got to put it out there. So I would say an hour. You know, you can really get it in because, like I said, like I usually work out, then I run 7 to 8 miles. So it take me like 3 hours.
We gonna get into that.
Out.
I got a lot of questions about that, but
so I would say 3 to 4 times a week, like an hour. An hour is good, bro. You can still get in there and stretch. Yeah. You can get in there and walk. You can get in there and lift, and you can get in there and gossip like most people do.
Yeah.
And that's where your hours, and you can get on.
Sometimes I go in there, I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm just trying to,
that's why I keep my headphones in.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, like how you say, I'm into fitness a lot. Then I'm very, 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 goofy.
Okay, yeah. Okay, for sure.
So a lot of people
see the John Morant video, then y'all know.
I got another one coming out too. I got a new wig too.
You got a new wig.
One of my subscribers made a wig for me, bro. They got a purple thing, got a blue one as well. So
Yeah.
I got a new one coming for you, man. Just stay tuned for that one.
Dang, I need to redo my intro. I forgot I should have said YouTuber, but I said influencer. We good. But check this out. All right. Give the people some game right quick. I'm going to go back to your fitness journey, but give the people some game. If I wanted to get lean right now, let's say I'm 210, right? I wanted to get lean, like I'm buff.
Yeah.
I want to cut up. What's the first thing I need to do?
First thing you need to do is you can find like a body fat calculator so you can break down your macros. A lot of people don't like doing the macros. The macros is basically your protein, fats, carbs. Some people probably don't know. But only thing you got to do first, find out what you need to be eating and find out how much you are eating. Some people overestimate what they are eating. Some people can say, oh, I'm eating 2,500 calories, but no, you're not. You're probably eating like 3,500. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like if people be more conscious of what they're eating, they can stay lean year round because you can get one bag of chips, like a little small bag of chips, and probably like 600 calories in there.
So, okay, let me ask you this. Does it matter what you eat? Like, say I just want to get we can have 2,500 calories. Does it matter what I eat to stay lean?
No.
Or is it just the calories?
Long as you keep your protein up, you can eat anything you want. When I prepped, dude, I was eating waffles. I was eating everything. But I stayed under my caloric intake. Man, but like how you said, most people don't do that. It's so easy.
Hard to do, though.
Yeah, it's so easy when you got McDonald's on every corner.
Oh, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
It's quick, fast. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
It's quick, fast. But I always say, like, if you really want to do something, you would do it. A lot of people say, oh, I want to lose weight. No, you don't.
But speaking of McDonald's, on your YouTube channel, bro, you be doing challenges. I ate 50 bags of McDonald's or whatever, like 100,000 chicken nuggets. So
With that, but people don't know, I ran like 10 miles before I did that.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to destroy my body, for YouTube's sake. So I did like 10 miles. I already burned off that part. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, say for instance, my caloric intake is 3,000.
yeah.
And like a run, probably like 10-mile run, you probably get maybe 2,000 burnt. So I'm already in a 2,000 deficit right there.
Yeah.
So if I try to eat all this, it's really not doing no harm to me.
Did you feel sick or anything though?
No, I didn't feel nothing. You can ask Elliot. I literally got up, I got dressed, and I went out after doing that challenge.
So, okay, what can you name all the challenges you did right there? I know you did McDonald's. You did like some sweets, right?
I ate nothing but gummy bears for
Gummy
24
bears?
hours. What else I did?
Yes, for 24.
Exactly.
100 chicken nuggets, 100 Reese's, 10 Happy Meals.
So
All right, yeah. Go
I was
ahead.
going like, okay, so you said like, granted, I'm not a long distance runner by any means.
Oh, no.
But you
I
said,
thought a mile was long.
my question: how long did it take you to get the endurance to run 10 miles?
That was my next question. I ain't gonna lie.
To be honest, it goes back. I wanted to tell myself I wasn't a runner at all. Some in my head say I just want to go run because I was watching this guy called Nick Bear and he interested me. I said, okay, he can run. I can do it. I always pick off stuff from people like he's doing this podcast. Now I'm gonna try to go home and try to write up something. I say I can be better than this. Earn it. There's not nothing against him. It's just like a competitive nature in it. So I said, man, I'm just get out here and start running. So I build up slowly. So my first mile was probably like a 14 minute. 14 minutes because I didn't have the wind.
A mile?
Yeah, I didn't have the wind, but I don't like running. I used to do the Stairmaster.
This man said he don't like running, but he ran 21 miles.
Yeah, after I got there,
around something.
after I got there, then I stuck with it. Next thing you know, man, I was just doing so good, and I made that challenge for myself of running from Sumter to Rember, 22 miles. And my pace now when I run is like a 750.
A mile.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
750. So I literally taught myself how to run. Like I said, I went to YouTube to see how they break down the stride. I learned how to do like threshold work, anaerobic work, aerobic work. I learned all that within running before I actually started running. So I taught myself how to be a better runner. How to be the better endurance runner.
Bring it back. I can run a mile right now, I'm pretty sure. Might be out of breath. But so if I wanted to run 21 miles and I'm starting from running a mile, how do I get there? Break it down.
So if you start off with your pace, Like we need a normal pace. We don't need your heart rate to be over a 130. You got to run comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like stride
I usually run
comfortable.
fast for miles.
See, that's how people mess up. When you try to beat a time, you're not focusing on running. Running is all about breathing right, being comfortable with running. The slower, I always was taught, the slower you run, the faster you are.
Oh, bro, I be running slow. Like, dang, I ain't never gonna make
the
it.
race, man.
Yeah, the slower you run, like when I feel like I'm running slow, I run at an 8-minute pace.
So I'm guessing you're looking at your watch and you said,
If I say, man, I'm running slow, but if I look down, I'm at an 8-minute pace. I always was taught the slower you run, the faster you are. So if you focus on running slow, your endurance is going to build on its own. Then I throw in threshold work. So threshold work is really when you go from sprinting to jogging. So I usually do a 3x 200, a 3x 400, 3x 600.
hold on. Oh, when you was at a mile, what did you start doing from when you was at a mile?
When I was at a mile, I just constantly worked on my BPM, my heart rate, keep it low, and I was just running slow. And I
How long did you do that?
I did that for at least 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay.
Then I built the 3 miles, and I did the same thing.
So you went
protocol.
from 1 to 3?
Yeah.
You went from 1 mile. Ain't no way if you went from 1 to 3, your heart rate was below 130.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was lower.
About a half a mile. Mine's about
Yeah.
140.
Oh, you're that 140? Like 160? Like,
I don't like running at all.
so you're running slow. Ain't no way you're doing 8-minute miles and your heart rate is below 130.
Yes, it's below.
That's because
Because-
level fitness.
Because a lot of people always say you run in the cold to be a better runner. I hate the freaking cold.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
me
not
too.
running in
But
the
I've
cold.
done it, though.
But it works though. But I feel like I really built my endurance from running in the heat over the summer. I always go for at the peak times. At the peak times with a hoodie on and my headphones and a hat on. You probably seen me around something with a hat on, a hoodie
you
on,
tripping,
and just
though.
going. Because I feel like that's how I can get better. I always put myself
That's
in a
how you
state of
pass
mind.
out.
That
That's
too.
a different-
If you're not hydrated.
Oh, okay, yeah, you
But I
got
always
it.
hydrate
How
myself.
much you drink before you run?
I got this supplement. I don't want to air them out. You know, I got a supplement, electrolyte, and another one called G1 Sport. It's like a sodium electrolytes to replenish everything before you lose it on the run. So I run with like a camo pack
Yeah, I seen
with stuff on it. And that's how I stay hydrated. To be honest, and the night before I carb up if I'm doing a big run.
All right, cool. I got something though. So 3 miles from 1 to 3, you just keep running consistently, trying to keep your heartbeat below 130.
Yeah,
So from 3, where'd you go from there?
I went to 5.
So 3. So you going up 2 every time?
2 every time. But I built steadily though. I didn't just jump and try to do that.
So how long did it take you to get from 3 to 5?
3 to 5, probably like a month and a half.
Month and a half,
Yeah.
consistently doing it.
Yeah,
over.
consistently
So you don't
doing it.
move up to your heart rate is below 130?
Yeah, I don't move up until my heart stay where it's supposed to be, or if I'm feeling more comfortable of running that.
So let me ask you this too, bro. So when I was like, I always capped out at 2 miles, 2 miles, and then like I was looking on the internet, like how I get past 2 miles, and they like I never did legs. Now I'm an upper body person, but now I do legs. But I'm saying they said you got to do
Don't
legs.
lie.
So is that true? You got to have like strengthen your legs.
For sure,
Running?
For sure, it's all about your balance. It's all about your hips. It's all about your
So I can't
stability.
just run and make it do it.
Oh no,
3
you gotta stretch, bro.
Oh,
It's,
no, I
it's,
get
it's
it.
all about flexibility. When I was running and doing all that running, which I still do, I pulled it back a little bit. On the majority of the things I was doing, like the Bosu balls, the stability, like your glute bridges, and like really squats. I probably do like 135, but I'll be focusing on the
How many times though?
I just do like 4 sets of 10.
For real?
Coming from Ern, who do 13 sets of squats. in the
That's
gym,
what I'm saying. I
Yeah,
think this
dude.
sounds a lot.
I do like tempo squats to really work on my reaction of how I'm going to run, how I'm going to stride. I don't be That's why people ask me when you get into the gym, like, what do you think about? I just just get in here and do what I got to do and get out.
Now I just enjoy it. I've been doing it for so long. Like,
For sure.
But I ain't gonna lie. When I first started, I know it's not about me. But when I first started, I was like, okay, heavy is better. So I'm trying to go heavy. I'm
Yeah, I
trying. I
remember
be
you
getting
told me
hurt
about
though.
that. Yeah.
I be getting hurt though. So now I'm just like regular weight. I'm not gonna go more than 225 on bench. You know what I'm saying? Just repping that. But yeah. Anyways, so how long did it take you to get to 21 miles? Honestly.
To be honest, that was my first time running 21 miles.
So what was you at before that?
I was just doing 10s.
So he was like, nah, I made this video. I gotta make this.
Dude, like I was talking to my mom and talking to one of my best friends. I was like, dude, I want to run the Remember. Out of nowhere.
Who said that, man?
Yeah. I'm going to run the
out of nowhere, dude. It took me like I was training, for like 4 or 5 months then. But
Okay.
I made the challenge. And I did it like 2 weeks after. I didn't prep or nothing. I said I just want to do it, and I said, okay, man. It was when you say you want to do something, it started coming and coming faster. I said, oh man, I got to do this next week, blah blah blah. But I always taught myself, as long as I can get myself on that road, feet to pavement, I can make it there.
Listen, this ain't about all running, but I gotta ask you this: like when I was running 2 miles, when I get to like mile and a half, my mind be like, "Dang, boy, it's time for you to stop."
But you know who David Goggins is?
Oh yeah.
I read his book.
I read his book too. Like it's right there.
That's who got in my head.
This man though, he ran like 100 miles, but he couldn't. He broke
his shin.
Broke his shins and all. I'm not trying to break my shins.
Yeah, he put. I don't want to curse on him, but he on himself. He did everything, man. But he fought through
on himself, bro.
Nah, bro, that's new.
Like running. I'm like, man, he's tripping, but he's different though.
Yeah, he's different.
Completely different. Like,
But with making that decision, is it more discipline or motivation?
It's more discipline still because I didn't have a challenge at that time. I love to feel like. I don't know how people gonna take it. I love to feel like I'm about to pass out because that's how I am. That's how I am with myself. I gotta really push myself for me to feel like it's work. So if I go on, say for instance, if I go on an 8-mile run and I don't feel like it's nothing, I'm gonna do something else.
Yeah, basically,
I'm gonna do something else. I don't know why my mind is wired like that, but I'm gonna do something else. But to get back on that 21 miles, 22 miles, this is my first time ever doing it.
So where did you feel like? What mile did you feel like, dang,
Nothing.
it's hurting?
Nothing. I got to my 10 mile, bro. I felt good. I stopped at the barbershop. I talked to the barber.
Ain't no way, bro.
Like, I felt good, bro. My pace was like a 9-minute pace. I felt good, like, all the way through. I think the only thing that killed me when I twist my ankle on 521 and a semi-truck was coming.
Yeah.
And I fell. I said, oh, man, Lord, don't take me out like this. So, man, I had to jump up. That's probably the only thing that really, really killed me on that run. But I felt accomplished, for doing it because I said it to that.
Too.
So just like you with the podcast, I feel like you put your mind to it, you can do it because the harder it get, the harder it get. That means the closer you are.
Yeah.
So you got to keep that in mind. So with me putting myself through these different challenges, I feel like if I can get through this right here, how it's kicking my tail, about to put me down, I know I can get this YouTube thing off the ground.
I know you're gonna do it.
Everything off the ground. So my next challenge, I didn't speak on it yet, but my next challenge is I'm gonna try to do a 50 miler.
So okay, right quick. You ran that 22 miles. So what do you run now, just regularly? Is it more than 10 now?
The regular is like an 8 to 9. Some
Okay.
days it'll be 10.
Okay, so you still at 10. So
Yeah.
You just did that one.
So when you speak on like 50 mile or 20 mile, is that one way or is
Yeah.
it coming
Crazy.
there and back?
It's gonna be one way. So I set a goal to myself. I want to run to every county in South Carolina
It's
if I
like
can.
Forrest Gump. We got the black Forrest Gump
Yeah.
in here. You know what I mean?
If I
My
can.
mom always said life is like a
Bruh.
child.
So listen, from Columbia to Sumter, I feel like
I want to do that too.
That's 30-something miles.
I want to do
like
that
30
too.
miles.
Yeah.
So 50 miles. You trying to do 50?
It's just so hard for me because the traffic. We not
Yeah.
in a bigger,
Yeah,
state.
you're right
When
about
you
that.
this state right here don't care nothing about runners.
No.
we got we got running sidewalks and nothing.
For real.
So that's one thing that really hindered me from starting it right now because I've been wanting to start it because my
Yeah.
next challenge I was supposed to do next week. I was going to run a mile for every hour for 24 hours. So I was going to start at 12 a.m., do a mile, 1 a.m., do a mile, 2 a.m., do a mile, all the way for 24 hours.
That's tough.
So let me ask you this: though. What's the hardest thing? Because this is called make something shape because this is for something that people went through something hard to get to the other side and really try to make something happen. So what's the hardest thing you've been through, bro?
Man, not seeing things go as planned. Everybody have a plan. Everybody have a blueprint. Because I feel like I always stress. I know a lot of people say people carry their stress a different way. I carry my stress a different way. I'm always smiling. I'm always laughing, being goofy.
Sure.
But majority of the time, I would say 90% of the time, I'm stressed or I'm thinking about something, which everybody knows stress lead into depression. So one time I was in a very, very bad place. Like, dude, I didn't want to go nowhere. I wasn't eating, bro. I really I disconnect from my whole family. I wasn't talking to nobody. I wasn't talking to nobody. I was just going to work, going to work out, and putting so much pressure on myself that it damn near took me out because I fainted when I was getting ready to go to work because I was just so stressed out, so depressed.
Relax, man.
Because I always tell people, man, I learned that now that social media is fake.
Listen,
You know,
I want to get on that, but go ahead.
like social media is fake, and I think I got too deep into social media. I was doing it for the wrong reasons. I was doing it for this right here and get this off. This right here and get this off. If you do it unintentionally, it will happen. But
sure.
I was doing it on purpose, trying to do this, trying to do that. Then I fell into a deep place that it spiraled off around my family. I was being mean to everybody, and you know I'm not a mean person. I wasn't texting nobody back. I was just doing stupid stuff that was not common of myself, and that just broke me down. And then when my uncle passed, one of my closest uncles that I was close to, when he passed, I held that in for so long, and it spiraled out of control. I cried. I thought about, but nobody know. I really thought about suicide before.
Dang.
Which a lot of people wouldn't even think that coming from Bradshaw. Because everybody always feel like I'm that perfect guy, you know, but I'm not perfect. Everybody's born imperfect. Like the world is imperfect. So I had thoughts. I wasn't going into that. I would never do that.
Okay.
You know, it just like, you know, if everybody done did that, it flashed or suicide. But
you're right.
Yeah, I never went down that route and said, I'm going to kill myself. Nah, they tripping. I'm too beautiful for this world. But
you see the man got a nose ring now.
Yeah, hey, NBA young Brad. But yeah, man, the suicidal thoughts it came across my mind when my uncle passed because he was very, very dear to me, very, very special to me. And I think when I broke down, I was doing something. I was watching him on a picture my mom sent me. He had this like oxygen tank right here. He had like lung cancer and all that stuff. And they kept reviving him. You know, he'll live for a few days and died and do it over and over. And when he passed, I think that really took the cake for me from holding all that stress in and depression in. And I was just in a dark place. And what got me out of it was my little sister for going over there because I feel like if she has cerebral palsy and she's always smiling and always happy, what I got, you know, to cry about. So
for sure.
Even though I still go in and out of it still, you know, it's still hard. It's still a hard thing to get through. Like mental illness is a very, very touchy subject. Yeah. I think it's like top 2 or 1 of the kills or dying. So I always tell people, man, protect your mental health. That's like the number one thing because I always battle with it. Sometimes I just break out and cry in the car for no reason.
You got to sometimes, bro.
For no reason, man. So that dark place, I probably want to never go back to it. But I am feeling it right now because I'm going through some things right now. Yeah. But, you know, it is what it is, man. I got to get through it. You know, nobody going to get through it for me. So
workouts your stress relief? Or?
To be honest,
running.
Yes. It's running. It's not. It's running. It's not lifting because I feel like lifting is a part of me. But running is something I just started. And I feel like at first, I felt like if I run these X amount of miles, I can run away from my past. But as soon as you stop, it's right there back on you.
I feel you. That's real, too.
So
that's a quote. I'm about to quote Bradshaw.
So that's when I really got into just run. And one time, dude, I've been running and crying. Because all the stresses and depression. Then you know how they say, like when you the middle child, you taking so much burden. You know, of the family, which I do. I take in a lot from my family, which is okay. You know, God don't build big shoulders for everybody. So,
and this nigga got some big shoulders now.
So, man, like you said, I just try to run from my past, and every time I stop, it caught me. So,
yeah, it's all good, bro. But I already know. Listen, I know for a fact you're gonna make it. Like, there's no way. But check this out. This is what I really want to touch on right quick. I saw you put something on Facebook. You was like, I don't know, I forgot exactly what it was, but it's like, you just put it on there a couple of days ago. You was like, people don't understand doing all this YouTube stuff by yourself.
Oh, yeah. I was in one of those stress.
But listen, though, bro, that's real, because I feel the same way, bro. You don't understand.
Dude,
like,
it's because, well, since we putting our feelings on here, but it started off first, man, like, I asked for so much help. You know, so much help, man.
I know.
And we all know people not going to help you unless it's beneficial to them. Like, granted, I can't give you nothing right now. But I always feel like if I do make it do, I see who's there. Even though I don't speak on it, I see what's going on. I'll tell you whether I'm appreciative of you, like this and that. But, dude, I need help. Everybody who made something of themselves, they had help. LeBron had help. Gloria, everybody had help.
Yeah, for sure.
So when I put that on there, I felt like, man, I just needed help. Like, I'm trying my hardest. I'm breaking down. I'm trying, but
Me too. I'm right beside you,
dude.
bro.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
But it's. I always tell Peanut, bro, like it get to the point that you so tired, but you're not tired because you know you got to get up and you got to do it regardless. You got to do it regardless because, man, I do YouTube. I work out. I train people. I get home. I get back on YouTube. I don't really go to sleep till like 12 or 1. Get up at 5 a.m. to get. I go to the gym sometimes at 3:50 a.m. because I can't sleep. I can't sleep. Sure. Man, it's just so much behind
people
it.
People don't understand that, bro.
It's not.
A lot of people that do YouTube, people just think you just put video. No, it's a whole.
It's a grind.
Yeah,
that's why when I watch your videos, bro, I like it.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you know what?
For sure.
I always tell people, bro, you don't have to watch my video. Just like it. It will throw it in the algorithm so everybody else can see it.
Exactly.
Just like you don't even have to watch the video. Yeah. It's not that hard. Everybody have a Gmail account.
Right. Let me touch on this right quick, bro, because even though we way off subject, I gotta touch on this.
Okay.
It's been on my mind.
Okay.
Tell me, does it bother you when people you consider your friend or your close friend, they won't post your stuff, but they'll post like Lil Durk a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They don't gotta repost everything.
Oh man, we get into that.
Boy, we ain't gotta get all the way into it, but it bothers me, bro.
So at first it did.
But not everything. They don't gotta repost everything.
No. Of course, I always tell people, bro, you don't have to repost everything. Just post something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No constantly sending me things of these different. I don't care. One thing about me, I don't care about these celebrities.
Yeah.
People got to realize these celebrities got their own life. They don't care if you repost it. Why don't you repost somebody who beside you who is trying?
Exactly.
So when they used to do that, yeah, it used to get under my skin. But as I got older, I said, man, people gonna be people.
For sure.
Then one of my best friends, bro, she's my second mom. Like, I love this lady to death. She the one keep me on my right path of falling back and forth. Yeah. And she'll text me when she see that, okay, you get yourself back, get your back. So sure. I love her for that, being there for me, being that sidekick like a bite, sidekick. So, but other than that, yeah, bro.
In those situations though where you trying to get yourself like on your takeoff, and you had those individuals that at first may seem like they on your team or whatnot.
It started like that.
So when you do make it, how do you feel like you may handle those connections where they try and come back into the situation?
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
Yeah, great question. But
that could be for both of y'all.
Yeah, for sure. But when I first started doing YouTube, bro, I had a lot of help. A lot of help. Oh man, I had a lot of help. People telling me how to do this. People telling me how to do this. Yeah. I still had those, a few of those still there. And I always say, if I do make it, I'm not just going to turn into an a-hole. That's not me.
Right. Yes,
I'm still going to stay true to myself, but I just going to have to love you from a distance.
For sure.
I don't want you to get in something that it took me forever. First, we need our foundation. You left the foundation. Everybody know you need a foundation to build on. You left the foundation, so that means
he talking some shit.
If you leave the foundation, you take a piece out of the foundation, it's gonna crumble. So I had to fill that up myself.
He's talking.
Then I'm building off of that. So I just can't let you come back if the foundation's already built. Who does that? So you telling me you'll build a foundation for a house, build it up, take the foundation back off to add something? Yeah. You're not gonna do that. You're just gonna destroy the whole house. Everybody you see that do demo, they destroy the whole place. They don't build they don't add to no foundation.
No.
They destroy the whole place. So I feel like, bro, I'm not about to let you back in my foundation if I have to rebuild it. So if anything else, you have to come through the door. You have to come through the door. The foundation is already built. So when you come through the door, I already know I gotta love you from a distance. I don't hate you. I don't dislike you. I'm just loving you from a distance. You always got to keep people at arm's length.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Brad got no quotes, y'all. I'm about to start quoting Brad. But listen, all right. So we about to wrap this up in a little bit. I got a few more questions. Gives people some game. If you want to lose weight right now, I just want actually, I got a question real quick.
Yes, sir.
So I asked my last friend that he has a workout business.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I asked him how does he feel about supplements. And he was like, he don't use them, but he doesn't have no, I guess bias towards it. You know what I'm saying? You can use it. So how do you feel about supplements? Do you think they're needed or?
I don't think they're needed, to be honest, because you can get all that good. Yeah, you can get all that stuff out of your foods, your whole foods. I don't think you need it, but I never knock anybody who use it, but if you feel like you just obligated to use it now, come on, no, it's
You
not.
think they make you better in a sense though, or
No.
better faster?
No,
No,
it's your mentality.
It's mentality.
If you believe you're going to get better, you're going to get better.
Cause listen though, I feel like I stopped taking pre-workout for a year. I was doing amazing, but then
Yeah.
I started again and I felt amazinger, if that's a word. You know what I'm saying? But like, I ain't gonna lie. So pre-workout, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes be helping. Like I be getting extra reps in or whatever.
But can it be the caffeine that taking over your mind?
Oh no, it's the caffeine for sure. I already
Because
know. I
I-
cycled it before. That's what it
See,
is.
because I just recently got off pre-workout for like 2 weeks, but it doesn't affect me because I'm naturally excited. Bro, I can go to work, get off of work,
Yeah.
sleepy as hell at work. While I walk in the gym, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I don't even need a pre-workout. I'm just naturally happy to be in there. But some people do need a pre-workout for the caffeine, because some people be dreading going to the gym. So.
Yeah, for sure.
But to answer your questions, I don't think you need the supplements because you can get everything from your spinach, you can get everything from your whole food and all that good stuff. But some people don't want to take the time to get it out of there. So that's why supplements are there. And I think the only thing I really don't like with the supplement companies, with these people always writing me about what protein should I use, blah blah blah. Bro, it's all your preference, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody trying to sell a product, they gonna try to downgrade this to sell that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's all about what you like. Like if you like this type of protein, the thicker one, you get that. If you don't like that one, you get the whey one. You know what I'm saying? You can get the whey, you can get the casein, you can get everything that you
Listen,
want.
give me some knowledge right quick. What's BCAs? I'm not really sure.
It's only branched chains aminos, which you already got in your body, and you just adding the extra 3 out of the BCA.
So what's it supposed to do?
Bro, it just help with muscle recovery.
Oh, okay. So was it really helped up? Because I ain't gonna lie, I was broke down today doing leg.
But I call all supplement a placebo.
So this gets in your head.
It's in your head.
I got you.
It's in your head. That's how I see it. I feel like it's in your head. If a doctor give you this pill here and say your headache gonna go away, what you gonna think about?
Your head ain't going away. Yeah, that's real though. That's real. All right, so give us a tip. Can you give me a tip for bulking? Is it just doubling your calorie intake, or is
The tip with bulking, it depends on whether you want to lean bulk or if you just want to go out flat bulk. I feel like if you do a lean bulk, that when you still eating clean, but a little bit dibbling, dabbling over the weekend, like an 80-20 rule.
explain it?
No, 80% clean, 20% bad.
So I'm saying, what's bad?
Chips and all that good stuff, pizza,
Keyword, the
candy.
good stuff.
There you go, all that good stuff.
Okay.
But if you want to do a lean bulk and you eating like 2,500 worth of calories, you ease up the calories. So say for instance you at 2,500, you ease it up to 2,700. Stay there for like a month. Then you see you gaining weight like 1 pound,
Yeah.
1 pound every 2 weeks, which
Right.
is good.
Yeah.
Which is good. Some people think they gotta just get enormous
Yeah.
in like 2 weeks. So then after that month over, you add either 50 calories or 100 calories. You go at a slow rate. But if you want to do a nasty bulk, man, just eat Chipotle bowls and bowls all you want, bro. Like the bulk is all about how you see it. I feel like I stopped bulking because it's so hard to get the weight back off. So I rather main gain. Main gain what you got, add on a little size here and there, and just stay right there. So therefore, when you do cut, it take you like a month to cut, and you be ready for the summer. Sun's out, guns out.
Curious question: is there a thing as unhealthy bulk? Because like some people be looking like
Yeah, that's the nasty one. That's the
some people
nasty
look very
one.
unproportional.
That nasty one is when you just lift, then you go eat some bull, and you just do it for like 4 months straight, and you get so sloppy. Then when you get back in the gym, you feel like everything's so hard. Then when your sugar's up, you damn near close to diabetes.
Yeah.
Your elbows hurt, all in your joints, because when you eat like bad stuff and sweets, you can feel it in your joints. Trust me, when I did those challenges, I felt it all in my joints. So
Yeah, he went it off.
yeah, so trust me, I know hand in hand in that. That's why I do the 80-20 like I was telling you. I still do the 80-20, but on my Sundays, dude, I'll go crazy.
But listen though, bro, I feel like fitness is kind of different from everybody's body. You got to figure out what your body
Exactly.
You know how your body reacts to different stuff. Because it took me a while to figure out my
Yeah.
own body, bro.
Because I used to tell you to stop that, I think no carbs or something.
Oh yeah. I did every kind of diet. you can think of,
I used to, I said, stop that, man.
Exactly. You need to
Yeah,
start
it
them
worked,
30
though, but
you
I
need to
gained
start
it
them
quick.
13
Yeah,
squats.
you'll gain it quick though. Yeah, that too.
Yeah, them 13 sets of squats.
Yeah,
You need
that
to start
too. I ain't doing no 13 sets of squats that day.
You been on keto before? How you feel about keto?
Boy, I ain't doing no keto.
Oh, you never did keto?
No,
What diets have you done? You did any diet?
no. I'm not about to take my carbs away to eat some fat. You know, bro. I'm not about to do that. I feel like your body just not just made to just eat on fat. You need your carbs for the energy, bro. You probably was a zombie.
Oh, but nah, I ain't gonna lie. I got used to it after a minute, but the way my poop was coming, boy, it was getting different out there. But yeah, bro. So check this out. We about to wrap this up, man. Before we wrap this up, I want to go ahead and give you your flowers, bro. Like, you gonna be, I'm trying to tell you, you're gonna be something. I'm not God or nothing, but you put in the work, you consistent with it, bro. Just keep doing your thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right here before you go on, you that nigga. Like,
nah, man.
You that nigga, bro.
Man, ever since you know me, I always was a humble guy. I'm probably goofy as hell, but you know, I'm humble, but I don't never, go past that or exceed that. But I just want to say, man, you're doing well with the podcast, even though you just starting. Which I saw your video, about the views or whatever. I went through that phase as well, but I feel like if you still stay consistent, I feel like it started to get worse when you're not doing it for the right reasons.
You're right, though.
So from me sitting right here in you guys' environment, bro, I can feel the energy that you really love doing this.
Yeah, it's fun, bro.
That's why I commend you on doing this and staying true to yourself, because I say it anyway. If you don't want people in something are lazy.
Oh. Listen, it's not fun though. I ain't gonna lie. Editing videos is not.
It's not fun.
It's not
fun, but you got to put in the work to get somewhere. Yeah. But like some people are lazy. So
people think it's really gonna happen overnight. Like, nah.
Yeah, it's not. That's why I hate when people say that. Like, bro, y'all think Michael B. Jordan just came a star like that? This dude was on Days of Our Lives.
Yeah.
God and Light.
Yeah.
Drake was on
Drake too.
That's what I'm saying. People, you got to put in the work, man, and keep God first and really believe, man. Walk with faith. Walk with faith. Please walk with faith. Like I said, I'm out of my stressing ways. I'm out of my depression ways because, I'm keeping the faith. I'm about to start back going to church because I pulled away from church, man. But I feel good. I'm great and happy to be here with you guys, and I hope this podcast take off.
Yeah, I appreciate you, though, bro. Listen, once they see you in them lights, them started Bradshaw Fitness, he was here first. He was here first. Don't try to get him my shake. But yeah, bro. Appreciate y'all. Look at y'all. Whoever's out there struggling, y'all just make something shake it to the other side, bro. Keep being consistent. It's gonna happen. If it don't, it just wasn't your path. God telling you to go another way. You feel me? Let's wrap this up, though. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. We out.
Size of 10, but I'm still a big stepper. We was stranded at the bottom, niggas wouldn't help us. Taught a lot of niggas how to fish, it wouldn't tell you. Too much pride taking place, these niggas acting jealous. I be speaking from the heart, this my real emotions. I know she angry, I can't leak, cause I have emotion. The way we living now, you can tell we came from roaches. No keys, all a nigga do is push a button.